Hey, good day, everybody. Hey, we're continuing our series of YouTube videos under the title Winning Through Excellence in Sales. It's our playlist on YouTube that you can find on the Entre.YouTube channel. In fact, if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, you can get updates on additions to this playlist and to others. There's a rich array of playlists with lots of videos on leadership and management, marketing, how to start a company, how to finance a company, and a plethora of others. There's about 40 of them. So enjoy. Ask your friends to subscribe too. That would be really nice. And comment on them. Give me your comments. I'd love to hear what you think. But the subject of this one is trusting. What I'm talking about is trusting relationships with lots of people, but most importantly, your customers. So let's get on into it. The first thing I think of on this subject is what we talked about in the previous video, and that is when you're first encountering a customer, your first sales call, you are starting a relationship. So you got to start it on the right foot. So this starts with your very first customer call. You are starting a relationship which you hope will be a long-lasting one and a lucrative one for both of you, not just you. So this is a mutual trusting relationship. So at the very start, when you meet a new customer, think of it as I'm building a relationship that's going to last a long time, and it's going to be great for both of us because we're going to do a lot of things for each other. But look, this trust, as I've said in other videos, goes to almost everyone you meet. It's your team, it's your management team, it's partners, it's investors, it's your board of directors, anyone you're associated with in business. You should have kind of the same mindset. So although I'm going to focus on sales and sales situations in this video, what I'm trying to teach you applies to almost anything you do with respect to relationships with other people that you are associated with in your business. So that's from the start. Remember, you're creating a relationship. But next, you've got to have this kind of viewpoint of in your relationship with your customers that you're going to deliver on your promises. You're going to make commitments to your customers, as you do many other people in business. But to your customers, you have determined what their needs are, and your customer is in agreement with you on what you're going to deliver. In other words, you've completed a sale. You need to meet your commitments and deliver on them as agreed to. If you change anything about the commitment you made, this is something you work out with them. Don't hide it. If there's something you can't do that you committed to, you fess up and work it out. That's what trusted relationships mean. When you have issues with each other, you're open about communicating them and working them out in a straightforward, honest way. But all said and done, you want your customers believing that you deliver on your promises. You want to have that reputation all the time for the entire period of time, which could be years, that you have with your customer. So how do you do this? Well, it's no big secret. You listen, for crying out loud. You're listening all the time. You're listening not only for what they say, but you're listening with kind of these empathetic ears of how they're feeling, where they're really coming from. You listen, listen, listen. You're looking for issues, things that they need that they perhaps haven't expressed well enough yet, or that you really didn't understand that well. As you listen in the various conversations you have with a customer, you'll learn lots of new things. This is all about an open relationship where you're communicating with each other. So you got to make the room in your schedule to check in with them periodically and regularly. And this is your chance to ask questions and listen. Now, you got to be open in reverse, and that is when they ask you questions, presumably they're listening to your answers, but you got to be open and tell them what you think. Give them good, straightforward answers. What this really comes down to is that you're becoming an advisor to them. And that may be mutual, by the way. They can become an advisor to you. But as you listen, and answer their questions and deliver on your promises, the relationship becomes more and more trusting And there'll come times when they ask your advice on things. That's the ultimate of respect from a customer, that they ask you for advice. That means they trust you. And I don't think they would do that with most anyone in the course of a sales relationship. If you've done the right job from the very start, delivered, listened, provided great advice, they will come to you frequently for your advice on lots of different things that are going on in your company, in their company, in the industry, in the market, all sorts of pieces of advice that they might want to ask you about. So as you get the opportunity to give them advice, quite often you are in the position of providing them referrals to people that can help them out. So before you give a referral, make sure you really understand what it is they're trying to accomplish before you leap in there and suggest a person that could possibly help them and have it go wrong later because you picked the wrong person, or that really wasn't the right person to deal with the issue that they have at hand. So you want to make referrals very thoughtfully. By the way, in this relationship, they may do the same for you. When you're bringing up issues that you're having, they may think of people that can help you. Be open to that, be accepting of it, follow through on it, let them know how it worked out, as they will do for you. So mutual referrals is going to be an important part of this ongoing relationship with the customer. So as time goes on, this relationship builds and it becomes more powerful. On an ongoing basis, as I said earlier, have frequent discussions. This can be simple Zoom calls or a telephone call or an email that's special for them. But you should initiate communication with them in lots of different forms where you're helping them. You're showing you have a high regard for them, that you trust them, and you're looking out for their best interests, and you deliver on your promises. So that's it for trusting relationships. Build them. Trusting relationships are what business is made of. Business is all about people and the relationship you have with others. So build these trusting relationships and you will do fine. And as you build trust, you have a good day too.